I'm back. I don't know what happened there. It's probably the mic. I think it's because when you go live and you get a phone call, it's probably gonna mess up the audio. Can you hear me now? Because the audio was probably messed up. The phone call probably messed up the live stream in full because it was fine for the most part. Like people could still hear me when I was talking. Okay, bet. See, I had to end it. It's going good. I'm going good. I'm grinding some MVP right now for my Hellfire pack opening, which will probably be later on tonight. But I had to end the stream because the audio was glitched. Because I had to make my mom made a phone call to me, so I had to answer that call, and then fucked up the audio. So had to close that stream out, start this new stream. So now I'm streaming again today. We got SmackDown tonight as well. Hoping to see what transpires. I am looking forward to it because there's a lot of stuff I'm looking forward to, like what is gonna happen with the Y6 and the MFTs, what's happening with Drew and Cody, what's gonna happen with Dragonoff and Sammy and Shinsuke. There's a lot of good that's happening on that show. Um, Definitely the creative changes that's happening are really gonna come in handy because last week was actually a pretty solid show, to be honest. Zillapot too. I've been hearing those rumors. I haven't really like seen that much of him. I haven't really watched reality of wrestling that much. I have watched a few shows of it, but I just watched some matches from those. So I don't know not much about Zillapot too, but it's kind of it's probably like Jacob Fatu where I probably don't know who they are until like I start watching. I start watching and I um start actually knowing him more. But yeah, I want to go back to what I was talking about the developers. I'm gonna go on the Weekly Towers team before I continue on. But yeah, I want to end off the developer run by saying this: don't blame don't blame the developers of the company. Blame the bosses. That's the best we can describe. Because I know the bosses, they're the greediest of the bunch, and it's not the developers' fault for it. The developers probably did not want us to be like this. They want us to be happy. They want us to enjoy the game. They want to enjoy my faction. But the way the bosses are, that's the fault of them. That's it for that part. I don't want to start ranting about this too much. I want to be a chill stream, and I want it to be a chill stream and just talk in a good way. Yeah, that CM Punk birthday bash is gonna be lit. The only problem is the elimination chamber match, and there's like 1,000 punks with a bunch of modifiers. Hold on, let me check that Seth Rollins real quick. Is that card even that good? Where is he? Okay, he has Wet Blanket, Burst Opportunist, Rabble Rouser. Okay, that Seth Rollins could be good. The Dynasty Seth Rollins could be good for the live event. See, 2K made a proper decision. See, but there's some good things with 2K, honestly. You can't like fully bash them. Wow, they're all Galaxy Opal. That's crazy. But again, you can't really bash 2K that much though, because there are some good positives about 25. Third person camera is cool. The amount of fun you can have in My Rise is great. The amount of fun hours you can spend on exhibition matches are cool. Universe mode if you do universe mode like your own way, it's fun. Like what I was doing, I'm trying to like have a fun universe mode. I've had it ruined twice And the second one really pissed me off because I had a really smart Michael Brandon. I had a really interesting story with me, Jordan Grace, Lita, and John Cena as the main event Mafia going after TNA and leading leading up to a big like war games match. Well, leading up to war games, but after Saturday night's main event, when The Rock would join the main event Mafia would take over TNA, take over the secondary show, which is SmackDown, and just rebrand it in their way with the main event Mafia graphics, like with John Cena's graphic, but with the main event Mafia logo on them, and just have them take over the division. Like me and John Cena would be the tag champs. I'll be the IC champ. Punk John Cena would be the TNA champion. Jordan Grace and Lita would be the women's tag champs. Like Lita would be in the mid card. Jordan would be the world women's champion. Leading up to Survivor Series where it all goes apart goes blown away from the main event Mafia, and they lose everything. They lose their titles, and they lose their control of TNA, and they're all gone. Like they're all gone from TNA. I'm gone as a GM. Well, not GM, Director of Authorities. John Cena's gone. Jordan Grace is gone. The Rock is gone. Leah's gone. Everybody from Mayhem Mafia is gone. They were all gone because of War Games, and that would have been a really good story for me to tell from May all the way to November in Universe mode. That whole few months will be full of great storylines with the main event Mafia against people trying to top names and new stars that were building that wanted a piece of the main event Mafia and try their best just to fall. It would have been a great story, but the way that but when I lost my servers, I lost that storyline, and I was never able to like bring it back to how it was. Now I could bring it back. I could bring it back. That's only in May, but it just doesn't feel right to me. If that makes sense, it doesn't. It doesn't feel right to do it like that. It does not. And now I made a new universe mode where I have Raw and SmackDown, and I had the secondary show, like the show that has both shows together, as In Your House. Because even though I didn't grow up around the time In Your House was a thing, well, not kind of NXT, but I wasn't like growing up around the new generation of In Your House. I liked, I was trying to think of a secondary show. I didn't want to do TNA again, so I went ahead and I started SmackDown and Raw with a secondary show. I didn't want to do main event because it didn't make sense to do main event when I have Saturday night's main event. So I decided to go with In Your House. I found some logos. I downloaded those. I created an arena with the In Your House logos with some custom graphics I was able to find. I used the generic ones, like one of the preset template ones. It looked really cool, and I thought it could work. I have a stacked Raw and a stacked SmackDown roster. I didn't want to do one show because it would really mess up because like I wanted because like it makes these more good for me and more interesting about how I could book the newer stars and how I could push them to main event levels and have different shows like on Raw and SmackDown just to make it interesting. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So definitely a good thing that I did was have Raw and SmackDown together. I couldn't really think of a show to put the two of them with. I couldn't do NXT. I could do NXT, but I just didn't know. I should think NXT was like a good option for me to do with SmackDown. I definitely wanted to keep SmackDown, but I don't know if I wanted to do NXT or Raw. I was about doing Nitro, but I didn't really like. I wasn't like too full on doing the Monday Nitro, so I just did Raw and SmackDown because that's my favorite like brand warfare, if that makes sense. I remember watching Raw and SmackDown, like watching the build to Survivor Series 2017 and really enjoying the build up to it. And while people have mixed feelings about the main event of that event, the rest of the match on that show was good. That opening match was fire with the New Day and the Shield. That's a dream match. That's really good. The only team missing from that was the OC with Gallows, Anderson, and Styles. We missed out on having a 3-on-3-on-3 match between those three teams soon down the road. And it really, yeah, it really is some saddening when you really have a great story that you were wanting to tell in your universe mode just for it to be gone. And when you try doing it again, it just doesn't feel right doing it like that. It just doesn't feel right. Like, you know what I mean? So it doesn't. Now, what I can do is not do a show like that. Instead, have my own show and just have my own roster. The problem with that is there's a lot of people on the in the in-game roster that I want on there. And there's like 100, it'll have like 100 people on there. I want to do that. I could do um 45 male and 45 female, have like 90 wrestlers on the roster. It's not gonna work. It's probably not gonna work. But yeah, it's just one of those things where sometimes an idea pops in your mind, but in reality, it just doesn't want to, it's just not gonna work out the way you want it to be, if that makes sense. Oh, yeah, it was just bummerific for me because I had a great story in mind for my universe mode, and it's really insulting to me when you have a great story that you were trying to tell, and on paper it was actually a really good story, and I was trying to put that paper and put it into reality with the main event mafia storyline, where the main event mafia takes over TNA. I had it all planned out in my mind. I had to play the matches and play how I wanted it to play out, and it was coming together kind of well, honestly. Like, I remember I did enjoy doing the Jordan Grace and Rhea Ripley storyline where they were best friends, and then soon down the road there was some tension, little tiny little tensions. And the breaking point was when Lita shows up randomly, and Lita shows up as Jordan Grace's manager for like a non-title match between those two, and then Jordan Grace cheats, turns heel on Rhea Ripley, leading up to Saturday's main event, and then Rhea Ripley just gets injured by Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace destroys Rhea Ripley. Rhea's out. That's when Rhea Ripley returns at War Games and takes the title from Jordan Grace in a one-on-one match because I was planning on doing like me, Cena, Rock, and Lita versus like AJ and Karrion Cross and Damian Priest, and I don't know what the fourth member of the team was gonna be. Probably for the female, probably gonna be a Scarlett. It was probably Tessa Blanchard because I was doing a story with me and Tessa Blanchard, and it was pretty good. It was a pretty good story I was doing with me as like the Dirt of Authority, trying to get away from Tessa Blanchard, trying not to deal with her bullshit. This is the this is the problem. Me having to share a room with two of my brothers. They come in here and they just mess me up. But yeah, I was doing a good story with Tessa. It's what happens. I know y'all same um when you're in the share room with your brothers or sisters and they just come walking into the room where you're trying to do a live stream and they just mess it up and they try to and like embarrass you in front of your fans. Like I went quick on trying to mute myself because I'm not trying to do that bullshit. No. But yeah, I didn't want to deal with Tessa Blanchard's bullshit, and it set up a good rivalry, and it really was going to culminate in a no holds barred match, which didn't happen because my game save got fucked up. So I was upset at myself for that because like it was really going to be good, and it just it got fucked, and I'm pissed about that. So I'm actually attempting. I'm on Universe Room right now because I'm tempting. I'm thinking about doing like a one show thing. I'm thinking about doing like a one show, but the problem is with that is the fact that I have to I have to do a lot of editing, and there's nothing wrong with doing a lot of editing. The problem is there's like 90 wrestlers on the roster, and the post they got separated, so it's really gonna mess it up. Yeah, they always have the first entry in the chamber be your player. They did it with Beef having Braun Breaker. They always do that. I don't know why they do that. It's ridiculous. You should have the advantage at all times. You should really enter the chamber last. I'm gonna close the game out so I can watch from YouTube because I want to see how people make their universe modes more fun than I'm doing it because I'm trying to make it fun, but like there's some aspects about it that I'm not too big on, if that makes sense. Oh wow, we got some videos to watch. We got some videos to watch. I'm probably just gonna keep it. I'll probably watch those at a later day. I'm not too on it. What the fuck? Oh, they uploaded the the TLC match with the Fiend and Randy Orton. Where the Fiend got set on fire, which was a really cool moment, in my opinion. Really cool moment. Like I enjoyed that moment right there. That moment was nostalgic for me because think about it. Think about put yourself in Randy Orton's perspective. Randy Orton trying to take out the Fiend, and he can't like he just can't do it. He has tried. He put Bray Wyatt in a case in a chest, set it on fire. The Fiend pops up and attacks him. Good pulls, man. Good pulls. Good pulls. But think about it this way: which match would you rather watch? Let's throw that question out there. What match would you rather watch? The Trash and the Cell match between Steph and the Fiend, or the Firefly Inferno match between Randy and the Fiend? Because I would personally want to go for the Firefly Inferno match because it actually was entertaining to watch. The amount of times the Fiend tries to set Randy Orton on fire, that was entertaining. The other way around, Randy Orton the Fiend. And then the ending was amazing. The commentary team was just a cherry on top, pleading for Randy Orton to stop, and he still set the Fiend on fire. Really fun. And on top of that, Alexa Bliss adding in made it more entertaining for me to watch. It actually made me want to watch more Raw just to see what goes on between Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss, leading up to their Fastlane match, which is a really entertaining match to watch. Really entertaining. But the payoff of the WrestleMania match, which is like, what the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck was that Mania match? Like, Randy Orton beat the Fiend, like one RKO, that's it. Like, we're just there, like, what the fuck? Like, that's it. It could have even been better. Like, and that was the Fiend's last match, and that's it was crazy. Now, for Seth and the Fiend, on the other hand, that match was just bad. Like it was badly booked, in my opinion. I don't care about the kind of like, oh, Seth Rollins to do it. Seth Rollins just can't get the Fiend out, bro. All you had to do was fuck up the Fiend as much as you want. Give him CTE for all I care about. Hit him with a ladder, punch it. All that shit just for a DQ finish. Like X Pac said it best. How the hell do you get DQ in the hell in the freaking cell? Like all Seth was trying to do was just try to end the Fiend because like the Fiend was just unstoppable. Like a one count after like 1,000 stomps, and then another one count getting hit in the face with a chair. Like Seth Rollins was just like you seen his reactions. You seen his reactions when the Fiend get out of one after a ton of damage. A normal person can't do that, which is crazy to think about. Like if I took all that stomps, I wouldn't even have kicked out at two. I would have been knocked out. I would have been out for the 3 count. But the Fiend has just some magical powers that Seth Rollins just can't seem to overpower the Fiend in. And I didn't like going into that match. I was like, okay, how can Seth Rollins try to retain against the Fiend? Because the Bray Wyatt was driving to SmackDown, Seth was driving to Raw. They did try their best with the booking. I will say that they didn't try. It's not that they didn't try. They actually did try their best with the booking of it. How Seth Rollins tries everything he could. He gets the upper hand on the Fiend. Yeah, Alexa Bliss being right on was a really good moment for her. It was because the Fiend returned too, so that's a really good thing right there for Fastlane. But like I was saying with Steph and the Fiend, it's not the bookers were not trying. They were trying to make it look like they were trying to make it like a movie theme, if that makes sense. Like the red lighting, they had it where Seth Rollins was like the hero going in, the Fiend was like the villain, the overpowered villain. He was like this. He was like Bray Wyatt, but like in a armored outfit, and the villain gets the upper hand. But then the hero makes a comeback and gets the upper hand on the villain. The problem was when the weapons were brought in. That's what happened. That's when it go wrong. Like 11 stomps, 1 count. Chair to the head, 1 count. Like like I said, I get it. The Fiend is like a powerful man. Like you do a lot of damage. But then what doesn't make sense is a ladder and a toolbox to the face gets him a 2 count. How does that make sense? Then the sledgehammer shows and the referee tries to stop him. The referee had no reason to stop. Yeah, the fall counter match, well, it was garbage. It was a little bit better because at least it was a little bit better. And I will say this, I loved the moment where Seth super kicks the Fiend off the stage into the equipment area. The equipment area like pyro comes off, and literally the Fiend just got crisped. And then Seth tries to go check on, go for the cover. Seth Rollins gets hit in the face by it, and then we get this cool moment where the Fiend just rises up from the ashes like he's the Undertaker and pops right behind Seth. While Seth is like covering his eyes because he got hit in the eyes, and then goes for the Man with Claw and wins. That was a way better ending than the Hell in a Cell match, and I will watch that ending a lot of times because it shows how much of a great character Bray Wyatt is and how amazing the Fiend was. The fact that he would not take, he could fall from a freaking roof building onto like a concrete floor, and he still would get to his feet and he still will win a match. That's how much powerful the Fiend was, and that's how much we loved Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, because the way he's his creative mind, his creative character work, really fun to watch, and the fact that they had a better. Well, the Crown Jewel in general was like a slow. It wasn't that much entertainment. That ending was really enjoyable to watch, better than Hell in a Cell. Like I could sit here and watch the Crown Jewel match better than the Hell in a Cell match because, like, here's the thing: take the Hell in a Cell match, right? You take that match, remove the ending from it, and in its place, put the Crown Jewel match ending in there, where Seth super kicks the Fiend off the top of the Hell in a Cell. Like, here's the thing: Hell in a Cell match, the Fiend and Seth Rollins, have the match they put on the top of the cell. Well, take the last fourth of that match, have the Fiend break. Like WSC Stage Creator made a great video recreating that match before, like a prediction match beforehand. And he had one where Seth Rollins and the Fiend were on top of the cell. Put that in the real match and have Seth super kick the Fiend multiple times. Have him fall off the cell and put him through the table. Seth Rollins then climbs down the cell and little and he tells the referee like, I think, hey, the fees on movie stop. You better stop the match and give me the winner. And then the lights go out again. The Fiend pops behind him, hits him with the mandible claw. This man really Bro, my brother is an asshole for that. He had no reason to put that in the damn chat. He could just went to the room and just told me. God, he almost embarrassed me in front of you guys. I'm sorry for that. Oh my God, I just feel so. I almost feel embarrassed myself in general. I can't believe he did something like that. Sorry it took me a while, but I had to get it done just so he can shut up about it. All right, let me just. I'm not gonna stream it. I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna make some edits on my universe mode. I'm probably just gonna do a new one. You guys can feel free to chat if you want. Okay, so what the fuck? Let me see something. I think it's show. That's probably the best way to pronounce it. Why? Oh right, Big Show. Who is that? Yeah, Goldberg should have lost to the Fiend, and we didn't even get Goldberg and Roman until 2022. By then, it was just there, just to be there, just to build, just give Roman a match to the Chamber. Like there was no like proper build to that match. It was just, hey, Goldberg, he wants to work a match. We'll just give him a Saudi match. Like I don't get it. I don't get what was the reason for that. So I'm gonna just play a Bloodline Rules match real quick. It's just because here we go. Because like again, it's one of those things. It's a fun time. You can just make a fun exhibition match and just play in the arenas you want to play in. My favorite match to play is probably the Bloodline Rules match because it makes it. It's an interesting match to play, honestly. Who do I want to play in? Plus, everybody Solo Sokola, but I just want to know who. I just want to see who I want to play against. I'll probably just play a solo anyway. I'll just play a solo in the Bloodline suit as a tribal chief. If I saw who my opponent, well, I want my opponent. I'll just face the prototype. That should be an interesting match. The prototype. Hey, Warzone. Yeah, I had to do a new stream because my audio got fucked up. So yeah, I should do an exhibition match before I continue on. I do have a camera quick, so I was trying to, because I'm about to play an exhibition match, and I was thinking about some changes I was gonna make to universe mode. So I'm not like a full, I'm not fully in on doing the Raw and SmackDown thing like I did last year, but I'm probably just gonna do one show and take control of that. But the problem is there's like a big roster of people I want to have on the roster, but again, I don't want to have 100 people on the roster. Or maybe I actually do now that I think about it, because I'm thinking about the Royal Rumble for example, because you have like 30 wrestlers, you have like 20 of them like not be there. I'm thinking about yes, I'm actually playing as Sol Sikoa as a tribal chief. I'm playing up against the prototype John Cena in a Bloodline rules match at Super Showdown. See, that's the thing. You can make some very interesting matches like this, for example. It doesn't really matter about the overalls. It matters about who we want to play as and who we want to battle against. It's interesting too. Oh my god, battery's low. I'm gonna get a charger for my phone. Good thing I have one with me, even though it charges slow. It's if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Is he in here? Where is it? Oh, there it is. So like anytime you don't want to play, yeah, they chose to just fix. They don't fix the broken shit, but the moment there's an MFP glitch, they fix that shit. And I just saw the Daily Passengers uploaded his pack opening. I'll check that out once I'm done with the stream. I'll check that out. Is my phone gonna? Phone's probably gonna be a dickhead again. Just not want to charge. The Daily Passengers, he great content creator. Actually, I didn't really know who he was in 24. 25, I'm actually seeing a lot of content creators seeing that this community is growing a lot. And we have a really strong community of my faction players that are basically only my faction players. I'm kind of like a hybrid where I also play like exhibition match. I also play universe mode. I've played some My Rise. I've done a lot, but I only make my faction content because that's an easier content to make with the current technology I'm using right now. But when I have the proper gaming technology, trust me, there's gonna be a lot more content than you really expect it to be. So I'm not like that comfortable doing my I had also those live event thumbnails I had. Those were canceled, and they're probably still going to be canceled because I had originally planned on doing those, but when my save that got corrupted again, it literally ruined all that. So it's definitely a different type of upload work for me to do. So it's not like I didn't want to do it, but I had no choice if that's how Tico was going to treat me. Oh, Stone Cold Day. I mean, Stone Cold time. Man, I should have probably wait, it's not that much time. It's, oh, unless you're in a different country, that's probably why. Because to me, it's 5:17 in Florida right now. So you can't lie to the Bloodline Rules match is a really fun game to play, especially on third person cameras. Because if you could rotate the camera, you can see all the action outside the ring. It's pretty entertaining to do. That's why I play the Bloodline Rules matches and the Brawls arena. I've played those two the most because they're just too fun to play, and I really do enjoy playing those. It's also fun to play with me because you can play as like other people and see like how the movesets are and see if you want to play with them more often. Like Souls over this tribal chief character, loving his moveset right now. As Bray Wyatt 20 from the Unlockables is here. He does not have the Hawaiian shirt. He only has his Firelight Funhouse outfit. But Souls he's a tribal chief. He doesn't need any backup apparently. Let's get Bray Wyatt to the corner. Let's get him outside the ring. Oh fuck. Oh, roll up. Okay, I got the spike. I got the spike. I got the spike. Boom. And YouTube, Ray. Boom. Drop that spike. Yeah, I like that. Wow, I just beat the prototype, and I didn't even need any backup. I bet the backup was probably the bloodline. Let's see who it could have been. Oh, it was Bronson Reed and Tamatanga and Tongaloa. There's no wait. Oh wait, it's Jacob Fatu, Tongaloa, and Bronson Reed. That's interesting. I bet. I'm gonna check it out after the stream is over. I'm probably gonna end it in about at like 5:30 the latest. I'll probably end it there, so I have like another 10 minutes. Probably like 10 minutes to do a couple more things. Go ahead and check out some universe mode guides. I know a lot of people make universe mode videos on how to make the best one, so I'm pretty sure you should check those out. And put a little pause on 25 again, just works because I'm interested in what people do for the universe modes. Oh my god, that thumb from TH Jamie. What the heck? Bro, Jamie, there's no reason to have that thumbnail like that, mate. What the heck? See, my fact actually had a reasonable one with the cane mask. He had no reason. TH Jamie had no reason to edit his face like that, man. Come on, mate. For those who don't know, TH Jamie is from the UK. So it's gonna be 5:30. I'm not gonna end the stream yet. I'll choose when to end stream when I feel like ending the stream. I have an idea for you guys. So because I want to do a good universe mode, I would like to do this. I want to let my chat draft my roster in universe mode. I want to have a stacked roster of stars. So I'm gonna set up a new universe mode. First, I gotta set up what show you want me to do. So I'm gonna let y'all pick. Here's the choices: Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT 2.0, ECW, and WCW. So which one of those shows do you want me to do a universe mode on? You can only pick one, and the first person I see that picks a brand, that's the one I'm picking. So I'm letting y'all decide because I can't decide, so I'm gonna let y'all decide. I'm on Community Crazy right now because I'm gonna make an arena for this. Doing every PLE, every show except for Raw because I can't delete that show. We're starting from scratch. I'll see if am I able to put a Q&A here? Oh yes I am. Oh yes I am. All right, Q&A. Oh wait, what was that? Oh, yeah, it's not gonna work. Man, I had a feeling that was gonna work, man. I had a feeling that was gonna work. Okay, so there's no PLEs. Everything is scratched because we're starting from scratch. All right. So y'all are joining the stream right now. I'm giving you all the question. What show do you want me to use for Universe Mode? The choices are this: Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT 2.0, WCW, and ECW. Which one of those 6 shows do you want me to do? I'm leaving the choice to y'all. What feels championship? Which one though? The regular NXT or 2.0 NXT? I definitely do NXT, but which NXT? 2.0 or the regular NXT? 2.0? Okay, we can do 2.0. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put the NXT championships. I'm gonna put the tag team championships. I am not gonna put the Demon Finn Balor, in my opinion, because that Demon Finn Balor looks really good. I'm not gonna. Also, here's the catch. I'm not gonna, since I played my rights a little bit. I'm gonna do the NXT Unity Tag Team Championship since it's intergender. So because it's intergender, that's good for me. So for the women's championship, we're gonna do the 2.0 version, and we're gonna give it to the vacant, and then we're gonna put the mid card championship. So now we got my men. All right. So 2.0 it is. Shout out to Thunder Turner for picking that. That'd be an interesting one, to be honest, too. Like, I was not really expecting 2.0 to be the first one, but it is what it is. I'm okay with that. No, it adds a lot more different rarity to it, if that makes sense. Okay. So, yeah, he'll probably, I don't know if he's gonna be better than a Pink Diamond, though, in my opinion, though. I don't know. That's a good question to really ask yourself. All right. So now here comes the fun part. I'm gonna let you guys draft my roster. And that doesn't, so like if you want to draft like for example, if you want to draft if you want me to get Rey Mysterio, for example, I'm gonna ask you if you want me to do like a solo or a tag team thing. So if you want me to do a tag team, you gotta say the tag. So if I'm gonna get like the LWO, you gotta put in the chat LWO, for example. Same thing with like the Judgment Day, the Final Testament, the OG Bloodline, Pure Vision Collective, New Catch Republic, those type of things. So so go ahead and put in the chat who do you want as the first pick? Will it be a regular? Will it be like a solo guy or a tag team guy? Go ahead and think. I'm over here going to the roster here. And I want to have like really like top tier names for this roster. I want to have like an elite roster that I can really push to to high levels. Now I'm gonna include myself because I will be the director of authority for NXT 2.0. So I'm gonna include myself. So I will not be as part of the few picks. Judgment Day. I like that. So that means that's Dirty Dom, regular Dirty Dom, Carlito, JD McDonough, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez. You can't forget Raquel, JD McDonough, and Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. I like that because the Judgment Day, that's a good team right there. So that's six people added to the roster so far. Roxanne Perez. I like that pick. One of my favorite women wrestlers currently, Roxanne Perez. That's a nice pick right there. All right. Waiting for that next pick to go down. Let's go to the roster. Yeah, but in the game itself, I just put the Judgment Day like the regular Judgment Day besides Roxanne because I love the 5 person entry with the Judgment Day in this game. And if you edit the team, you don't get the entrance. So that's why I had Roxanne drafted separate and compared to them. But but because of that, I can actually tell a storyline with Roxanne Liv and the Judgment Day. I think I could tell a good story with that in my universe. So, anyways, go ahead and think of a next pick for NXT 2.0. And Daily Passengers is going live with Last of Us 2, so definitely nice to see of Deadly Passengers. Good to see y'all still here in the stream. Gonna go off and I'm not gonna get off anytime soon, so probably the longest stream I ever do. So yeah, again, I want to have like a really good roster of. I want to have a mixture of like tops names and another half. Like I want to have half pretty. That's what I was about to say, Thunder. I want to have like rising stars and like future stars, like pretty deadly, who were like really they were killing it in NXT as tag teams. I love their work. So yes, boy, that was a good pick right there for pretty deadly. All right, next pick. Now, I will say this: if you're gonna pick like Booker T, if you're gonna say like Booker T, you have to tell me like if it's gonna be the My Facts like King Booker, Booker 1, or Booker T. The OC and A Town Down Under, I like those. That's very interesting. I see your vision, Tyler. I see your vision with this. See, I'm Booker 1. That's a nice pick. That's another good one right there. That's like peak Booker T right there. That's peak Booker T. Like 2001 when he was like really like on the rise. So yeah. Hey, after your time and name, feel free to chat more names so I can draft them to the roster. You, but that doesn't mean you can't think. You always got to think. You can look at the roster yourself in the game and see who you want me to really have on my roster. I do have all of my wrestling articles except for Alondra Blaze, current day Alondra Blaze, and Big Papa Pump. So Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, Paragon J. Pierce, Josie Jane, and current day Alondra Blaze are excluded from the draft. Alexa Bliss 25. Current day Alexa. Good pick right there. That's a nice pick. All right. I'm back as well. Sorry, I had to move to my big brother's room because my brother now has the TV, so I can't get on my Xbox in there right now. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop the stream. I ain't stopping the stream right now, dude. So you guys can still select the wrestlers that you want me to draft to my universe mode, and I will draft them once I get back on my Xbox. Shout out to Thunder for picking the Judgment Day, Pretty Deadly, Roxanne Perez, the OC, A Town Down Under, Booker T01, and Alexa Bliss 25. And I appreciate Thunder Tyler for that fun fact. I didn't even know about that fact about Psycho Sally. I didn't even know that Psycho Sally looked like Aaliyah from 2K23. It's crazy. Yeah, welcome back, Warzone. Welcome back, y'all. I know y'all left the stream because you didn't know where I was going. I had to mute my stream because I didn't want my brother embarrassing me on the stream. You know how siblings are at times. Especially when you gotta share a room with two of them. It's too much for me to handle on a stream. I don't know why I chose a live stream today. Probably because I had nothing else to do. So, yep. We're watching TV here while I'm at it. This is what my brother could have done. He could have went in here to watch TV rather than have to go to the room and watch TV while he knows damn well that I'm trying to play my game. I'm just trying to play my Xbox, dude. Trying to play my Xbox, have a fun time, but can't have that here. We're currently at 16 people on the roster, so trying to get up to a good amount until I'm like, okay, that's enough to draft picks. I don't really want to go 100 people because that's like a bit too much. Trying to go about 45 female, 45 men on the roster, like about 90 people, maybe more. But I'm trying to get like enough to do like a 30 woman to 30 man rumbles. So I definitely want to. I don't want to go 60. I want to go like somewhere between like 80 to 90 wrestlers. Not gonna go 100 wrestlers. Um, I'm back. I'm better than ever. Not enough. Shout out Eric Bischoff, one of the greatest general managers of all time. Is Eric Bischoff. Really, really entertaining person to watch on TV. Wow, 86 minutes. Well, plus the other stream is like about 2 hours of a live stream. Wow, I've been live streaming the longest today. And it's Friday. We got 7 days before my Halloween special. If y'all have seen my community post, you know that that community post will be the final chance to join in. Shout out to that darn guy, 2K Pun Daily Passengers, and the two other people that have qualified for it. 2K Pun might not be in the Halloween because he's doing a giveaway next week as well. So I'll probably do it somewhere after school. A few minutes after I get home from school. So yeah, a busy Friday for us content creators on live streams. Live, Eric. It's because you gave him the lava, Preston. Uh-oh. Someone's a parkour man. Again, feel free to select some wrestlers on the 2K25 rosters, so when I get back on my Xbox, I could draft them. I'm kind of on my Xbox right now because my brother has TV now, so I'm here in my big brother's room for the time being. But when I get back on my Xbox, I'm gonna be drafting them people and having some and having a stacked roster on my team for NXT 2.0. So let's make NXT 2.0 great again, right? What? Oh, there he goes. Is it just me, or is predating like a current day version of Deuce and Domino? Remember Deuce and Domino from 2007? They had that underrated feud with Paul London and Billy Kidman for the tag titles. I think Predator is kind of like a current version of Deuce and Domino. Approved. Bruh. Anyone join the stream right now? Um, I did say a few minutes ago, I'm doing a 2K25 roster, universe mode, and roster chosen was NXT 2.0. So I'm letting you guys draft my roster. So any name that I see in the chat is who I will be drafting. But the key is I want to have like a really good base roster where I have some main event town stars and some rising stars that I want to push to the moon. Feel free to think. You have a lot of time to think. You're not on talent or anything. I got all the time in the world. Come on, rush to end the stream anytime soon. We're like what, 90 minutes in? I got all the time in the world. No, I'm just watching some TV right now. I ain't going to bed. I'm not that sleepy, dude. I just I'm just waiting for the I'm waiting for the right time for my brother to finally get off the TV so I can go on my Xbox again so I can play some universe mode, draft the roster, and just get everything set up and then go to my faction grind the game. So don't need to worry about me, man. I'm good. Again, like I said, like I said multiple times, but people join the chat, they don't know what's going on. I'm doing a universe mode roster. I'm doing a universe mode on XC2, and XC 2.0 was the brand that y'all picked. And and I'm letting you guys in the chat draft my roster. So the first name that I see from the chat is who I will draft. And like I said, I want to have like a even balanced roster with some rising stars and some main event stars. My rise, I actually completed the live event section where I had to do all the live event unlockables. The island, I have to do the chapters again, but I did. Yeah, I went from I got everybody from Super Cena to the Diamond DDP, everything from that. So yeah, that those unlockables. I have to complete the My Rise a couple more times to get all the other unlockables. The island, I got all the unlockables there because I was able to get my data back from that. I just got to complete the chapters. I just got to complete the chapters again, which is fine. Nah, I'm not that hungry. I'm good. I'm not that hungry. I'm okay. Appreciate it though. Appreciate it though. But yeah, even though I'm not on Xbox, still for the draft. Feel free to select some wrestlers. Just look at the roster. Think of who you think could fit the Yankee 2 point. I grind like 2 3 hours a day. I'm trying to get to 50K every day, either from 50K a day or to 100K a day is the goal every day. Weekends I just grind for as much as I could possibly grind for. Um, but yeah, but again, just go through the 225 roster and just think of who could fit my vision of a rising star equaling to a rising star or main event. Smart move. Um, go to the 225 roster and see who you think I would like to have on my X 2.0 roster. So far we have 16 of them. Thanks to Tyler, who picked the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, Finn Balor, Liv Morgan, JD McDonough, Dominic Mysterio. Super Cena, that's an interesting one. Okay, Super Cena. Okay, I want to put that when I get back on my Xbox. Because there were almost 30 participants, I want to have like 90, like 45 male and 45 female. So that way I can have like 15 men and women that are like not in the rumbles and they're like in different matches. So 45 male and 45 female, it's like 90 wrestlers total. I don't want to go 100 wrestlers. That's like a little bit too much. Well, the whole roster is like over 100 people. Like the half mark of it is not even less than 100. It's like over 100 people. That's like half the roster is like over 100 wrestlers. There's like over 200 of them. I cannot have all of them. I cannot have all of them. So, like maybe like yeah, I'm not picking all that. I'm putting like at least 90 wrestlers. It's like a 30 man Royal Rumble match. So I would try doing that, but that's a problem for me because, but that's the problem though because like there's a lot of good names that I want to have, but I don't want to have like I want to like to overdo my roster. Which is why I'm letting you guys draft the roster for me and see and try to think like who I would kind of make it like, interesting. Trying to make it. I don't know how to I don't know how to say it right, but try to keep it like that. Like even for like the weakest wrestlers, like the lower rated ones, the lower like Maxime Dupree or Akira Tozawa, all that stuff, I can boost them. I'm not thinking like okay, I could put so that's Super Cena. I'll put Mankind since he's Mick Foley, but Stone Cold and The Rock. I'll definitely put those four on the roster. So for The Rock, I'm definitely gonna go with the current day Rock, the final boss Rock. Stone Cold, I'm probably going to put the jean shorts Austin. Okay, okay, I'll put Tozawa. I like, I think Tozawa's underrated in my opinion. Do you want Tozawa with Otis and Maxine Dupree, or do you want him by himself? Because that's the thing, though. He is in a team with the Alpha Academy. So do you want me to put him? Okay, okay. So we got Super Cena, we got the Alpha Academy, Mick Foley, Stone Cold, and The Rock. Very okay. Not a bad roster. Not a bad roster. I think I should. I'll memorize those because I could just look in the chat. Yeah. So Super Cena's one, and then the Mick Mankind, Stone Cold, and The Rock, and then the Alpha Academy. Okay. Drew McIntyre. That's a really nice. That's a great pick, bro. We need that muscle. Drew McIntyre, say less. Wow, this roster is not looking that bad at all. We even got like pretty deadly. They could put them. I could help push them up to big levels because like you gotta. I'm gonna do what the Reed's not doing. That's pushing new talent and well, not pushing new talent, but like pushing young talent. DIY. Ooh, I love that pick. Now, will I? Do you want me to include Candice LeRae because she's the wife of Johnny Gargano, and you want me to include Indy Hartwell, who's with Candice LeRae, like as a manager, and they both were in DIY. You want me to put them? You want to put those two, or just Gargano and Champa? Okay, I'll add them. I'll add Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae to the mix. Let me let me put it on my notes because I have a notes. I'm gonna put it on my notes app real quick. I'm gonna go. Nice. See, that's because he did that pack. He did. I think he did the pack opening at 12 o'clock when the cards were really hitting. So that was W from Deadly Passengers. Becky Lynch. Now, do you want me to pick the current day Becky or the showcase Becky, which is Becky 17? Because I don't have Becky Lynch 18 yet. I don't have her yet. So do you want me to go with those two? So you want me to go Becky Lynch like showcase Becky or current day Becky? Which is okay, okay. I'll go current day. And you want me to include Seth Rollins in there because Io Sky. So for Becky, you want me to put Seth Rollins in there too with Becky? Okay. Now for Seth Rollins, do you want me to do like his regular attire or Seth Rollins 14, Seth Rollins 22, or Seth Rollins 2015? Because those are the four Seth Rollins that I have, or the Elite Seth Rollins action figure because I have that model that character as well. So the five Seth Rollinses that are able to be chosen in this. Because sometimes you don't want to really go current. You want to make it interesting. You have like different versions of wrestlers. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm asking these questions in case you want like a specific version of that character of that person. So think about it for a second, and I'll. and then I'll get back to the EO Sky pick. So let me go ahead and update this real quick. So that was Becky Lynch. So which version of Seth Rollins is it going to be? Warzone? Will it be current day Seth? Seth Rollins 14? Seth Rollins 15? Seth Rollins 22? Or Seth Rollins Elite action figure? And for EO Sky, okay, you're back. Okay. So, like I was saying, what Seth Rollins do you want me to pick? You want me to go current day Seth Rollins? You want me to go Seth Rollins? Okay, current day Rollins. Okay. So for EO Sky, do you want me to have like Dakota Kai, Asuka, Kairi Sane with her, or just by herself? Because EO Sky is in the tag team by default in damage control. So I don't know if you want her to go by herself, you want her to go in a tag team with them. It's up to you. So no Dakota Kai. Just okay. She wasn't treated the way she was supposed to be treated as a singles wrestler, in my opinion. So very interesting. Just Asuka and Kairi Sane with Ego Sky, not Dakota. So I got my roster on my notes app. I got all the picks so far. Draft's not over yet until I reach like if we go to 45 male and we're not at 90 wrestlers yet, then the male wrestlers will be out and will only be women's wrestlers, if that makes sense. So I want to have 45 male and 45 female wrestlers to keep it even. Brock Lesnar. I have the farewell tour edition to game. I mean, I bought the farewell tour pack, so Brock Lesnar's definitely a draft pick. I like that pick, man. You now Rhea Ripley. This one's interesting one. Do you want me to do elite, like the Rhea Ripley action figure, or the current day Rhea Ripley? Because if it's elite figure, then it's just her by herself. But if it's current day, then it goes when Damian Priest, because they're both the Terror Twins in the default game. Okay, okay, elite. We have the action figure models as well, just to add more, just to add more variety, interestingness into my universe mode. I like your vision. Yeah, definitely some star power in there. We need some big names. Probably around like I usually do my pack openings around like a late time, so probably around 12 a.m. No late, no more, no later. Okay, Courtney, Bianca, and Jade. Okay, Michael Brandon. Probably expected to be around like 12 a.m. to 11 o'clock in the morning when the live event went at 11 o'clock. It's no later than 11 o'clock. I'm gonna try my best to get the pack opening done. It's just a 10 box of luck. I can grind that easily. It's better than 20 box. So I'll probably grind for as much AP as I can. Hold on a second, Warzone. I'm talking to Michael Brand real quick. I'll get back. I'll tell you when to start with the more draft picks. I'm gonna keep grinding, and then at 12 a.m. I'm gonna record the pack opening. Well, at 12 a.m. I'm probably gonna keep grinding, but between 12 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning, I'll upload, I'll record my pack opening. I'll render the clips. I'll put it all in one cap. I use CapCut to edit my videos, by the way. I'll put them all in a CapCut video clip, and I'll add my audio. I'll put the background music, shout SmackDown, Stretch Your Mouth. I will add the background music from that game into there as I do my recent videos. I'll download it, and then I'll put it on YouTube, and I'll make the thumbnail for it, and boom, it'll be ready to go. And title is on the line to pull the Manifestation, Galaxy Opal, or Pink Diamond Shinsuke Nakamura. So, Michael Brandon, I hope that was a good update for you. and hope you are aware of what I'm gonna do. So current day Bianca, current Jade Cargill, Naomi. Which Naomi? The current day, the current day, or the Naomi 20 from the showcase? The wide six. Wow, I like that pick. The wide. Oh, you want the manifestation on my roster? Okay, and I'll go current day Naomi. Just put the manifestation on the draft. Charlotte and Tamina. Okay. Yeah, legend. We could put some legend there. Let's put some legend in those. Let's spice it up a little bit, like you said. Make these more interesting. Current day Lita and current day Trish. Well, I have an alternate attire that I created for Trish, so I'll probably use that alternate attire for Trish. For Lita, I do download. I don't think I have any flashback. I had the flashback, I think, and I saved that, ended that. So I'll definitely put Lita and Trish on the percent. I have Elite Undertaker because I did get the Bloodline edition, which included the Deadman edition. So Elite Undertaker is definitely on the roster. Sammy and Kevin. Like now, here's the thing though. Sami Zayn is in the OG Bloodline. Do you want me to include the OG Bloodline? It's interesting. So will the OG Bloodline make an appearance at NXT? Okay, the Rogue Bloodline and the OG Bloodline. Okay, we could take that. AJ Styles. Now this one's interesting. You want me to go demastered AJ, TNA AJ, or current day AJ? All right, I'll go TNA AJ Styles and Angle 2000. I'll definitely add him. I did already draft Lux for 25. I already drafted her. So, oh god, my screen is lagging like a piece of crap right now. Holy shit. Which version of Punk though? Because I have a ton of versions of it. I have current day Punk. I have CM Punk 10, CM Punk 10 SES, and CM Punk 10 Masked, and CM Punk 11. So, which version of Punk will it be? Oh, I don't have Muni Punk yet. I have to. I gotta do the. I gotta go further into my run. So, Peter Punk portrays your created characters. Yeah, I haven't gotten the alternate titles yet for the characters. I haven't gotten one for Bailey. I haven't gotten Oscars. I have not gotten. I haven't gotten any of the Mutiny alternate titles from the base roster. Okay, I'll go current day Punk. Draft that are drafted on my roster will have alternate titles made by me. So I'll definitely have CM Punk alternate attire made. AJ Styles is an exception because of the Halloween theme attire, so he's not gonna. So AJ Styles TNA, all the characters that I made Halloween costumes for are not gonna have that in the universe. Save it was now. First of all, is it current day Woods or is it 2017 Woods? Okay, with Kofi, but is it going to be current day Kofi as well, or Kofi 17 from the showcase? Okay, current day, bet. Even though it's outdated, it's still. But what version of the game? You want current day game, 2008 Triple H or Triple H 99? There's three versions of Triple H's, so which one of the game? What do you want in the game? 1999, Triple H 99, really good one right there. Wait, here's Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels current day or Shawn Michaels 94 or Shawn Michaels 05. There's like three versions of Shawn Michaels in the game. I bet. I'll go I guess I'll probably have to I'll probably go with current day Shawn. Yeah, I'll probably go current day Shawn. I'll probably go current day Shawn. Thanks, man. Thanks. Have fun, man. Okay, I'll go 94 Shawn. All right, bet. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bet. Bye. All right. Is Tyler still in? Is Tyler still in? And is Michael Brandon still in? Michael Brandon, Tyler, you two still in the game? You still in the stream, man? You two still in the stream? Same old same. It gets interesting. There are only two male slots remaining for me. Let's see who will be the last two. Inside my team, my champion yet. I forgot everybody on the roster that was selected. It's like a really stacked roster. Make sure to draft the ones. Two male slots are left. Who will they be? Well, technically three, because I'm not counting myself. Nigga. I want to apologize for that long silence. This is what happens when you have to share a room with two of your brothers. This is what happens. But I'm back from that long hiatus. Clogged up most of the stream, but I'm still here. Trying to see what I want to do for the calendar. Try to book NXT Battleground, NXT. I can do Battleground here. I could do Crown Jewel, and I could do Crown Jewel as the arena for King and Queen of the Ring, and I'll just do Crown Jewel the next day. That make that makes sense. Or I could do three PLEs and have Crown Jewel there. Yeah, that makes more valuable sense. Anyone who's joining the stream right now, I'm gonna explain what's going on. So let me see. Where's Crown Jewel? Crown Jewel Rhea. All right, so anyone who's joining the stream right now, I'm gonna explain what's going on. So I'm starting a universe mode. It's NXT 2.0. Most of my roster is picked out, but I am missing two more male wrestlers and a bunch of women wrestlers. So I need you guys in the chat to pick out um those participants. I'm gonna go ahead and edit the calendar. Well, you guys in the chat right now, go ahead and decide who is gonna be joining NXT 2.0. I have No Mercy, Battleground, Vengeance Day is gonna be in here, so Roblox is gonna be in March. What's up, y'all? Y'all doing today? How y'all doing today on the stream? Pretty much a long. This is like the longest stream we ever did. Like nearly almost like 3 hours of live stream. Crazy. It's crazy. I'll add Spring Break into the NXT after to the NXT after WrestleMania to the NXT after WrestleMania just to make it interesting. After Stand Deliver something, hey, we get spring break in. Elimination Chamber in Perth. Oh shit, 10%. Well, good thing I can charge my phone during the stream, so that's good.